What's up, everyone? This is Cree reviewing episode 3 of Chainsaw Man. Just finished watching it a couple hours ago. Kind of had to collect my thoughts. So, first of all, the animation, gorgeous. But this was a episode pretty much all about power, plus Denji's ever-present horniness. We did get some. So, start things off. We pick up right where episode 2 left off after Power murks the cucumber devil, sea cucumber devil, yeah. And her and Denji are kind of bickering back and forth in front of Makima about whose fault it was because Makima's like, the public safety department's responsible for paying for the damages. You guys need to be a little bit more careful. Denji, I need you to keep a better eye on Power because Power tends to get a little carried away. And then Power shifts the blame on the Denji. She's like, no, 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 no. Denji told me to go kill the sea cucumber devil. Denji's like, what? No, you're lying. Screw off. And so Makima's pretty much just like, can you guys just please get along? And leaves it at that. Afterwards, we get some, I guess, bonding time between Denji and Power, where they're by some vending machines. Stray cat walks up. Denji's kind of reflecting on like, damn, this is like a better life than I could have possibly imagined, but like, it's going to be hard for us to get along if you're going to keep lying. But the entire time, Power's not paying attention because a stray cat walks up and she starts petting the cat, and Power makes the remark of, I don't like humans, but I think that's just because the devil instinct in me. I do like cats though, but I also don't like devils because devils took my pet cat. And I would do anything to get my cat back. What do you think? And then Denji's like, that's a pretty dumb motivation, but I do anything to fondle some boobs. And Power's just like, well, how would you feel about the prospect of fondling my boobs if you hunt down the devil with me that took my cat and killed it and got my cat back? And Denji just goes full on like anime warrior mode. He crushes the can of soda or whatever he's drinking, and he's just like, "We're gonna kill that fucking devil, and we're gonna get your fucking cat back." It's fucking great. Cut away from that. Uh, Akima is talking to some of the leaders at the demon or the devil hunting headquarters, and they're just like, "Well, listen, your job is to like round up these fiends, train them, put them to work, because we need them in case a war breaks out to be used as weapons." And Akime is like, all right, well, we have one that's a promising prospect. I'm assuming that's Power. And then we have one that's very interesting, referring to Denji. And they're like, all right, cool, whatever. Just don't get too attached. Remember your mission. And then Akima's talking to Hayakawa in the car about it. And he's just like, I don't get what you see in Denji. Like, what makes him so interesting? He's a fucking idiot. He's a reckless brat. And she's like, well, he can transform into chainsaws. And that's when Hayakawa kind of just like shuts up and he's like, this motherfucker can transform into chainsaws. Okay. And she's like, devils get their power and strength from the amount of fear that they possess based on their name. So if there was a coffee devil, people don't think coffee's that scary. However, if there was a car devil, people can imagine themselves getting murked by a car every day. So of course that thing's going to be powerful. So he's very interesting because he is a chainsaw devil. Uh, so Denji and Power go on a little trip together to get this devil after they get permission to leave the headquarters, or rather gets permission for Power, the fiend, to leave the headquarters with Denji under his supervision. So they go over to the house where this devil's going to be because Power knows where it is because she told Denji straight up. She's like, I know where he is. I just can't fight him because if he senses me coming, he's going to use the cat as a shield. But as they're walking up, Denji's kind of just like, wait, hold up. Shouldn't you be waiting here? Because if he sees you walking up, he's going to use the cat as a shield or something. And she's like, oh, yeah, I did say that. And then, like, after a little brief moment of pausing from both of them, she goes to smack Denji with a blood hammer, and he goes to, like, cut her off with the axe. Her hit lands first, and she's just like, you might be dumb, but you have good instincts. But you're still knocked out. So she drags him into the house. She presents Denji to this bat devil, and she's like, all right, we had a deal. Here's a human. Give me back my cat. And so the bat devil, he grabs Denji. He squeezes him so some blood comes out of his mouth. He drinks the blood. And he's like, oh, this is fucking disgusting. Throws Denji to the ground. And then he goes, well, his wound heals anyways, because as we established in episode 1, devils are healed by blood. So, yeah. As he's going to leave, Power's just like, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I brought you some blood. Give me back my fucking cat. And the Bat Devil is just like, oh yeah, well, as punishment for bringing me awful tasting blood, I'm going to eat your cat. So she eats it, or the Bat Devil eats it, and Power is just heartbroken. Like, I felt so bad for her. I didn't even care that she just betrayed our boy Denji. But, like, seeing her heart just, like, shatter into a million pieces, and then she turns to Denji because earlier in the episode, Denji was telling her all about how, like, how much he loved Pochita and how much it hurt him on the inside when Pochita died for his sake, but it felt like Pochita was still inside him. And she kind of just like blew that off. But like when that just happened to her in front of her eyes, she just kind of turns to Denji and she's just like, I get what you're saying now. It's a really awful feeling. And then boom, Bat Devil snatches her up. She don't even fight it at that point, and he just swallows her whole. And as he's about to leave, you just see like this little blob of white on his leg as he's leaving, flying through the air, and it's Denji holding onto his leg, biting into it. And the Bat Devil's just like, "You're drinking my blood. That's gross." And then Denji's just like, "Listen, I know how awful Power felt in that moment because we get a lovely little flashback to when Denji was a kid and he thought Pochita like ran off and got eaten by a devil or something, and he was looking for Pochita all fucking night. Gets back home, Pochita's there crying. Oh, this episode had me in my feels for some reason. Okay, guys. So, flashback to the present. Denji transforms into Chainsaw Man on this Bat Devil's leg and just cuts his arm right off. The one that he just healed too. He cuts it right off, and then they go crashing down into the city. And throughout their fight, Denji's like, as soon as Denji notices civilians are around, he's just yelling at them to get away once he realizes that they're staring at him because he has a chainsaw on his head. Interesting note, at one point the Bat Devil throws a car at Denji, and Denji catches it, and he remarks like, wait, my blades on my hands retract? Because like he didn't fucking know that they could because he's only transformed once so far. Um, and so the Bat Devil pretty much thinks that he has the fight won when he throws Denji into a building and like burst fire or like supersonic blasts him into the concrete and through it. And Denji's big comeback moment was, I've been patiently waiting for so long and I'm yet to cop a damn feel. And just like in episode 1 when Denji was fighting the zombie devil after getting a few cuts in, the Bat Devil is just scared shitless and he's like begging for Denji to stay back, and Denji is not relenting. He is just like, I'm going to get my revenge. Here's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to kill you, cut your guts open, and get my tits back. He isn't referring to Power by name. He's just calling her tits. So, main character motivation, copping a feel. Relatable. So, yeah, at the end, he does fucking annihilate the Bat Devil, and it's pretty fucking dope. And we also get, oh yeah, here's a shot of Power from the episode with her pet cat, whose name was Meowie. They're adorable. I hope we get to see them in the next episode. We didn't see them come back, but I'm assuming Denji is going to be true to his word, cut through, because we did not see the Bat Devil chewing. He just swallowed them whole, so I'm assuming they're still in there. Here's hoping, please, because as much as I was shipping the fuck out of Denji and Makima in episode 1, I am team Denji Power because I feel like especially after this episode, their bond is just gonna be fucking rock solid, and they're gonna be awesome together. The end credits though were fucking amazing. So here's a shot of Power during the end credits. The song is a lot more reminiscent of the song we got at the end of episode 1. So I feel like the end credits are kind of reflecting Denji's mental state, whereas at the end of episode 2, he was feeling a lot more optimistic about his life, having experienced a good life in the city for once, surrounded by people who are companions. Whereas in this episode, he kind of had to go like full on violent. And the only like soft part of the song, we see this gorgeous shot of Makima in the end credits, and Denji's like on his knees worshiping her, because she did save his life in episode 1. But yeah, that was my thoughts on episode 3 of Chainsaw Man. I'm probably gonna watch it again after this goes up. To be completely honest with you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. This has been Cree, and yeah, see you next week.